Thank you for joining the Author Spotlight Show. My name is Gail Watson, President and CEO of Women Speakers Association. As part of running a global community in 120 countries, it is my privilege that I get to connect and have conversations with women from all over the world, just doing some amazing work. It's an important time for women to really step out, find and own their voice. It's even more exciting when she takes those words and she puts them on paper in a book so that they're easily shared. Today's show, we are featuring author of 7 books, international best-selling author, and co-author of Voices of the 21st Century, Yasmin Brown. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Gail.
Super excited to see you. And I love the flowers that are behind you. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
Good. Okay. Well, let's dive in because you share a really personal story in Voices of the 21st Century. And it's really, you're talking about the power of words and the not only the power that the words can have, but the impact it can have on us for a very long time. So please share with us a little bit about your story and maybe what inspired you to write about it.
So in Voices 4, which is Women's of the 21st Century, I share a story about how someone that I looked up to as a child said something negative to me, and I carried those words from a child into my adulthood, allowing those words to drive a lot of things and decisions that I made in my life. So words can either hinder you or they can prosper you into wherever you want to go. So the reason that I shared this particular story is I no longer wanted to allow negative words or negative energy to anchor me into a bad place or to hold me back from being my best self.
I love that. So this was almost a journey of by sharing the story, which takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to do this, to share a story so personal, one that you know caused a lot of pain.
Yes.
And so by sharing this story, when someone's reading it, what do you want them to take away from it?
I want them to take away the fact that forgiveness is for themselves, it's not for the other person. And that even though you forgive someone, that does not mean that you have to forget or the relationship goes back to as if nothing happened. You can love someone from a distance, you can forgive them, and you can love them, but your relationship, you have to set boundaries in your relationship to move forward.
Yeah, these words from people, do you typically find that they come from those who are, is it from our relatives or is it from people that we're working with? Or...
I found that those words actually come from a little of both.
Mm,
Uh, Growing up, it's more so from your relatives. And depending on your relationship as adulthood and how close you are with your family, they can still come from your family. But also working in an office, there's a lot of rhetoric that happens in an office versus working at home. So those negative words can come from a boss or a coworker in the office as well.
So in your story, are you giving that the solution or the advice of how you broke through? Like, because it's one thing to say to offer that forgiveness to someone. How do you do
Yes.
that?
Yes,
That's the hard part.
I actually share the method that I use to face a lot of things. And I use a method called face it, speak it, heal from it. And with this mess, with Faces Speak It, Heal From It, what I do is face whatever the issue is, whether it's something that happened traumatically, something negatively that impacts me um, with words or physically. You have to address the situation in order to move forward and heal.
Because this is such a passion, and I love that you have really taken that pain and turned it around to serve others. You've actually built a whole like coaching practice around this. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, I do a little bit of empowerment coaching. In this way, this helps women, I work with women, to empower them to become their authentic self through self expression and personal growth.
And and you have a website, don't you?
I actually, right now, created a website through Facebook.
Okay, good.
It's facebook.com, of course, slash Yari Elements, and it's spelled YIRYELEMENTS.
Perfect. A very good page to follow because I think you speak to a great many of people where we've come across in our lifetime some of those words that have caused us hurt, but not only caused us hurt, has had a long lasting effect of pain that we just carry on and we need to let go.
Yes. Yes, it's time to shed it, shed
Time to,
those anchors and set sail.
I love that. Okay, sounds like we all need a copy of your story. Where can we get a copy?
Yes, all books can be purchased through Amazon.com, or you can visit me on the Facebook.com slash Yari Elements website. And all products can be purchased through that Facebook site.
Oh, awesome. And then so if we're catching this video as well on social media, just can we direct message you?
Sure, you can direct message me through Messenger, or you can email me at yarielements@gmail.com.
Love it. Through this past year, the pandemic, we talk about, you hear throughout the media to be kind to one another
Yes.
and to really watch our words. Have you seen a shift in people during this time? Be more conscious of that?
I have. I've seen people be more courteous. Like when you're leaving out the store, everyone's saying please and thank you. They're holding the door. There's really no, like, I have been in the store sometimes where there's like chaos in line because people's waiting too long. But I've seen like a lot of patience being used in a store when there's long lines and things like that. So I think we're all being more conscientious of our anger or frustration in situations.
I love that. And just as you were speaking there about those small acts, I can't think but help, once getting a copy of your book, but also to pick up a few more copies and gift them away. They'd be a beautiful, nice act of
Yes,
kindness, a gift of, helping somebody out through this time, letting them know that you see them.
yes, that would be awesome to just
Good.
see a perfect stranger and just share the love.
Well, you're overflowing with love, Yasmin. And you're definitely somebody we need to connect with. So go onto Facebook, go ahead, connect with Yasmin, follow her. Um, as you can hear and see, just a beautiful soul. And and I want to really thank you for opening your heart, being vulnerable, sharing such a personal, your personal feelings and journey. It you make By doing that, you make a difference in the lives of others. That's for sure.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you've shared some great nuggets with us today. But please, we'd all love to hear from you. Maybe some your words of wisdom as we go on and for the rest of our day today.
You are more than what people say or think. So be brave, be courageous, and know that you are bigger than what someone spreads or some negative energy that's trying to invade your positive space.
I love that. And can you repeat that first? You are more.
You are more than what people say or think.
That's so important. You're more than what people say or think. I love that.
Right?
Thank you.
Yes. You're
Thank you
welcome.
again for sharing. And we look forward to getting a copy of your book.
Thank you.
To everybody watching and listening, I want to thank you for joining us today. And wherever you are in this world, we wish you a very happy day.